Hello everybody, this is Mr. Johnson and I'm here to help you with your project. Just giving you a couple of tips and tricks for Google Sheets or even Microsoft Excel. So as you can see here on my screen, I have some information that I've just kind of made up and organized into a table. Entrees, I have 10 of those items, and then appetizers 10 as well. And then I've made up some numbers for the number of grams of fat for each of those items. So sometimes when you are organizing things, it's nice to have a big cell so that you have a title. All the information is grouped together. For example, at the top, it would be nice if we had the restaurant name. So all you have to do to get this to be one cell over all the four columns here is highlight those and then go up to the top, and there's a button that says merge cells. You have a couple of different options, but usually clicking that just makes it one big group. So if you go ahead and type in the restaurant name, you should be good to go. Feel free, if you'd like to fill in the cells with a certain color to make it look pretty, go for it. Secondly, we need to be able to make a table or a chart or a graph. So if we highlight the data that we want, it's really easy to make a graph. All I have to do is hit Insert and then go down to the option that says Chart. Different options. You can select one group or you can select multiple groups. I'm just going to start off with the baseline of one group there. So entrees and the amount of fat. Google likes to offer suggestions as to which graph would be best. So those are usually at the top, and it's really easy to change them. You would just go ahead and click on the different styles here. But you are not limited to these. You can come down and see some of the more advanced graphs. Sometimes the graphs won't work, like they won't do anything, and sometimes they will. So you just have to kind of go with what pops up and what you like. On occasion, you'll need to select multiple things. So that's really not that hard. Like if you're going to do your entrees and then the number of calories over here, they aren't connected. All you have to do is hit the control button on your keyboard and then select that group as well. And then this data would be made into a graph if I went into Insert and then Chart. Just to show you kind of what a chart with multiple sections looks like, let me go ahead and create one of those. So you can see over here on the left, I have my entrees. Over here on my right, I have the appetizers. They're just organized in the same order that I typed them in. You can go to different styles. You can make a histogram, which combines them all. You can do an area graph where you have the two separate areas. So kind of work with that. If you need to customize it, talk about your legend or space your horizontal axis a little differently, if you come over to the right, there are different options for that. You can make it different colors, you can show different scales, and if you're getting towards the end of your project, that would be a really nice thing to do to make sure your graph looks good and is presented well. Lastly, on occasion, let me keep that up there. On occasion, you'll need to organize data. So if you want your fats to actually go in order from smallest to highest, there is a way to do that very easily. You don't have to copy and paste or do anything. Google can figure that out automatically. If I were to select just this column, just the fats, and try to arrange that, these numbers are going to get switched around so that they are not with the same name. So like 3 is the lowest. It should be going with this fifth item, but it would go all the way to the top and it would look like item 1 has 3 grams of fat. And that's not good. What we need to do to prevent that is to select all of the data that we want grouped together. Okay, if you were going to organize this whole table and you want fats, you would need to make sure that you select everything. That way everything moves, and then you're just organizing based on this column. So let me show you how to actually do this. You're going to select the area, you're going to go to Data, and you have Sort Range Options. I like to personally have a little bit more control over it, so I hit the Sort Range and then I specify what I want it to do. So you can sort by different columns. If I had selected A, B, C, and D, there would be more options here. So column A is the names. I don't want to sort by the names because that just keeps it alphabetical, like apple and then banana and then carrot. That would be the order. I want it to sort by column B, which is the amount of fats. So I select that option. I have ascending and then I have descending. I want it to go from small to big, so I would click this top option. One thing that's really cool is that you can have layers of rules. So if you want it to sort by a first column and then by a second column and then do it alphabetically, you can keep adding rules and it will follow those rules. So I'm going to go ahead and hit sort, and you can see this first part actually changed my graph. If you change the order of your numbers, it's going to change your graph automatically, which is nice. You don't have to redo everything. So sometimes this can make your graphs look much better. It can organize things in a better way. You can see it goes 3 and then 10 and then 17. Item 5 is still with 3 grams of fat. Hope that helped. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I'd be more than happy to help out. Have a great day, guys.